प्यारे बच्चों, today we are going to take a new concept, Coulomb's inverse square law. Let us discuss about the Coulomb's inverse square law in electrostatics. You have considered two charges Q1, Q2 which are at some distance. Some distance means r distance. So here I am showing you a diagram. Q1 is the charge and Q2 is the charge. They are separated by r distance. If they are similar charges, so like charges repulse. So one charge and another charge are positive charges or negative charges. We have taken. Yeah, I am taking here positive charges. So force, that is a repulsive force acting on the first charge due to the second charge is in this direction. So force of the first charge on the due to the second charge, repulsive force, and force on the second charge due to the first charge is acting in this direction. So F2 second charge on the second charge due to the first charge. So force is acting in this direction. If they are different charges means if you take one positive charge and the negative charge, so force of attraction. So attraction force is acting towards each other. So attraction force or repulsive force is an electrostatic force. So it is an electrostatic force. So the electrostatic force between the two charges is directly proportional to the product of their charges Q1, Q2. If Q1 is 2 coulombs, Q2 is 3 coulombs. So the force between them is 2 3s are how much? 6 newtons. So it is a 6 newtons. That means Q1 may be a small charge or Q2 may be a big charge. Then there is this force of attraction between them. It is measure of the product of their charges. Now when these two charges are in the positive charges means when they are in the repulsive force, then if you take the magnitude of their charges, so F of 1, 2 is equal to minus F of 2. That means they are equal charges and opposite charge. They are equal force. They are of equal force and opposite forces. Okay, acting one over the other. 1 from 2, 2 from 1. So if you take the magnitude, direction is not considered. So the magnitude of the force 1, 2 is equal to the magnitude of the force 2, 1. Both remains to be same. So two equal forces. Forces are equal. So this force, electrostatic force, is always acts along the line joining the centers of the charges. Acts along the centers of the charges. That means the charge will not come in this direction or the charge will not go in the other direction. Charges will not deviate. Charges force will be acting along the line joining their centers. The force of attraction or repulsion always acts along the line joining their centers. So that is we are taking that. Now if you take the force, it is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. When the two charges are very close, attraction force is strong. When the two charges are very close, attraction force is very strong. When the two charges are far away to each other, the attraction force is reduced. Attraction force becomes weak. When the charges are far away, attraction force is weak. When the charges are very close, attraction force is strong. So it is inversely proportional. That is why it is called as Coulomb's inverse square law in electrostatics about the charges. Inverse square law. Coulomb's inverse square law in the electrostatics is about the charges at rest. Okay. They should be charges should be always a point size objects. Point size. Yeah, even though when they are very big size, their distance should be very large. If they are very big in size, if the distance is large, and when you look from one of the charge to the other charge, it is a point object. When you look from other charge to the first charge, it looks like a point object because the distance is large. Distance is large. When the distance is large, attraction force is less. Force of electrostatic force will be less. Either attraction or repulsion will be less. It depends upon the charges, plus or minus or plus. So plus to plus repulsion. Now, force depends upon the medium in which the charges are placed. Force always depends upon the medium in which the two charges are placed. You may keep the charges in the air and you may watching the attraction force or repulsive force. Or you may take the same charges into the vacuum and you are observing the electrostatic force. Or you may take the charges into the water and you may be watching the electrostatic force. So charges can be taken in any medium and you can observe the electrostatic force between them. Okay. So the electrostatic force depends upon the medium. It acts along the line joining the centers of the charges. So it is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. It is the product of the two charges. So these are all the 4 points what the Coulomb has given while doing this experiment. Now if you combine these equations 1 and 2, force is directly proportional to Q1 Q2 by R square. Now if you remove this proportionality constant, we have to introduce some other constant, that is K proportionality constant. K is called as a proportionality constant, or it is called as a Coulomb's constant, or it is an electrostatic constant. It is okay. That constant value is been observed by our Coulomb experimentally. So experimentally value is 9 into 10 to the power of 9. Now K value, force is in Newton and distance is in meter square, and Coulomb into Coulomb comes to denominator, it is C square. Yeah, that is the value. 9 into 10 to the power of 9 Newton meter square Coulomb square. Yeah, when you take this distance to the force and coulombs to the denominator down to that of the force, we have this. It is a standard value experimentally found out. K value. Now F is equal to K into Q1 Q2 by R square is what? Mathematical form of Coulomb's inverse square law in electrostatics. It's a mathematical equation. It is a mathematical equation. It's a mathematical form of Coulomb's inverse square law in electrostatics. Now K value depends upon two factors. K value depends upon the medium. That means when you are taking the charges in some other medium, automatically electroforce will be affected. Electrostatic force will be affected when you take the charges into the water. And if you do the experiment, electrostatic force will not be same to that of the charges where you have taken with the same distance in the air or in the vacuum. If you do the experiment experimentally, when the charges are been in the air, to the same distance, to the same charges, if you take under to the water or in the kerosene or in the oil or in other medium like mica or in the glass, experimentally if you do it, the values will not remain to be same. Electrostatic force will be get affected. So that is what K depends upon the medium in which the charges are placed. And also system of units adapted to it. System of units adapted to it. Yeah, you may be taking the CGS system or you may be taking the SI system. When you see in the case of gravitation, for the two masses we are considering, M1, M2 separated by R distance. When you compare the two masses with R distance in the case of gravitation, there we get that universal gravitational constant value. 6.67 into 10 to the power of minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Yeah, when you take in other system, 6.67 into 10 to the power of minus 8 dynes centimeter square grams square. So the value will be changing. So the system of units adapted to that charges and the distance. Yeah, when you take that, automatically the K value will be affected. Okay, as in the case of gravitation chapter, the G value will get affected when you change the system of units adapted to those masses. Understand? And the distance. So here the charges and the distance when you are taking in a particular system, automatically the K value will be affected. Yeah, okay. Now when you are considering in the case of a medium, when you are considering, so F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, we call it as a epsilon. It is a Greek alphabet. Epsilon naught is been considered for the air medium, vacuum medium. So in the air medium or vacuum medium, epsilon naught is been considered. So epsilon 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2 by R square, that is called as a K value, that we are considering as a K value is given by in terms of medium. K value is given in terms of medium. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 by R square. So this epsilon naught has a standard value. Experimentally it has been identified. This is a standard value. So that standard value here we are considering it as a 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12. 8.854 because we in the calculations numericals we take only after decimal 2 digits or 3 digits. So 8.854 into 10 to the power of minus 12. So if you want to know the epsilon, this epsilon naught can be taken to the numerator and force will come to the denominator. Just what is called a cross change. Yeah, cross multiplication. This goes to numerator, this comes to denominator. Then we have force and distance. Force is measured in Newton and distance is measured in meter square. Newton meter square in the denominator, and charge into charge is Coulomb square. Charge into charge is Coulomb square. So c square by Newton meter square in the denominator, Newton meter square, and Coulomb square in the numerator. That is epsilon naught unit it is. This epsilon naught, this epsilon is the permittivity of the medium, is the measure of property of the medium. It is the responsibility of the medium to pass the electrostatic force between the charges. When these charges are present in the air, so air has a air capacity, that means the strength of the air, the measure of the permittivity of the medium. The medium will decide the flow of electrostatic force. Flow of electrostatic force. If you take the same charges with the same distance into some other medium like water, oil, kerosene, glass, mica, some other material. Let's say, and if you measure it, so that measure, that means that medium will decide. That medium will decide the flow of the electrostatic force. So it is the measure of the property of the medium. The property of the medium. It is measuring the influence which influences the charges to pass through it. So it is the measure of the property of the medium which influences the charges. To pass through it. Whether the medium will tell that okay, I am having the capacity, you can go. That means the electrostatic force of attraction or repulsion will flow through the medium. So medium, it is a measurement of the property of the medium which decides the flow of electrostatic force through it is called as applicant. It is a Greek word, applicant. Okay, applicant. In the terms of medium, we have applicant medium is there. In terms of air, applicant naught we call it as. Okay then, so this is how this formula F is equal to K Q1 Q2 by R square. K value is 9 into 10 to the power of 9. If you allot it, so this is a mathematical expression for the Coulomb's inverse square law in electrostatics. So we see more number of numericals in the next class. So yeah, just you can copy down the Coulomb's law. Notes is also ready. You can have that, because in teaching adjustments board it is not we cannot give the complete information, notes information. So okay, I will take the screenshot.